Happy Thursday, Facebook friends. I hope that you have had an awesome week. If you are in an area that has the changing of the seasons here in Alaska, we are almost done with fall. It happens really fast. The leaves start to change. The rain comes, the wind comes. Bam, leaves are on the ground. We still have a little bit of color here, but I know in Michigan it seems like fall and the changing of the colors lasts forever. I do kind of miss that because it's such a beautiful time. So I wanted to share this quote with you. And the reason I'm sharing it is you can see it on my Facebook page, but as well, when Robin and I first connected before we went live today, she was like, I really liked that thing you posted on your Facebook page. So when I say this, if you can identify, comment below like, yep, I can totally identify with that. And I want to be that woman. One day you'll tell your story of how you've overcome what you're going through now, and it will become part of someone else's survival guide. So let me say that again. One day you'll tell your story of how you've overcome what you're going through now, and it will become part of someone else's survival guide. So your story of triumph, your story of, man, Barb, I feel like every day I'm starting over. And then the end of the day, I have failed. I didn't stick with my nutrition plan. I didn't get everything done at the office. I yelled at my kids again. I lost my cool with my spouse or whatever it happens to be. The cool thing is the very fact that you're breathing means you get to start over. You get to start again. And remember that your story is not only going to impact your life, but it's going to impact so many others' lives. So sister, I get it. It's worth trudging through. And this lady is living proof. So this is my very good friend, boot camp content coach, as well. She is a speaker at the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Boot Camp, October the 26th at Life University. This is Dr. Robin Hale. So Dr. Robin, welcome, and thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. So let's start back at the beginning. Let's start when you and I met 2 years ago, and that smile on your face was nowhere to be found. So for all of you listening, I'm going to give you just like a spoiler alert. If you practice in fear because of an audit, it's a real fear. So listen up to this lady's story of not only tragedy, but triumph, and then taking that to be other people's survival guide. So Robin, walk us through the journey.
Yeah, so that quote that you posted there today really hit home, because that's exactly what kind of the path that I've taken. In fact, when I talked to you, it's just been almost exactly 2 years ago when I talked to you. And I was down and I was out and I was about to quit chiropractic because I was just trying to survive. I've been hit with a Medicare audit that started in 2012. I've been audited up one side and down the other by Medicare. It went on for years. I've been hit with a very large overpayment decision against me, which I have been paying back for the last 5 years. I've got a year left paying on that. So as you can only imagine, that really soured me on the profession, because they told me that everything I did was not medically necessary. And to be told that nothing that you do is necessary is a little bit of a hit. And so, I took that into practice too, and it scared me, and I got fearful of, oh my gosh, I don't even feel like I can bring patients in because I'm getting looked at. They're watching every single thing I do. I can't risk them auditing me again. So I'm just going to start playing small. And it made me hate what I was doing. It made me question chiropractic. It made me question mentors and coaches and everybody up until that point that told me how great life was going to be. And so I was about done, until I talked to you that day about 2 years ago. and what that led to was me joining the boot camp and just having a mindset shift. And that mindset shift for me was the biggest thing. That you probably saved my life. You definitely saved my career. In the end, probably I'm not going to say necessarily saved my life, but you brought back my life, or at least the concepts and what the boot camp is about brought back life. And at this point right now, I have turned that mess, so to speak, into my message, which I've repeated that several times to people. And it's actually, like you said, it's somebody else's survival guide right now. And I'm actually doing compliance coaching. I do documentation audits for docs. I tell them, hey guys, this is what you're missing. This is what you need to turn it around, so that roadmap can keep others from playing small, and practicing in fear. And I love practicing. I love seeing patients, but what I'm really loving right now is teaching docs how to practice without fear. And it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's so satisfying talking to the docs that I've worked with through private coaching. And they're just like, oh my gosh, it feels so good to walk into my practice and not worry about whether or not what I'm doing is going to get me audited or not.
I love that. Yeah, because when we don't know, that's terrifying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus when it's like, no, I know I'm good. I know I'm good. I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know where this one came from, but bowling with bumpers on the gutter ball, on the gutter area. Like, I know no matter what I throw, I'm gonna be solid. So congratulations to you. And Robin went through that whole story as if it was like no big deal, but it was a really big deal. If you're somebody who has contemplated, even if only for a moment of, why am I doing this? Like, did I choose the wrong profession? Why is it that I'm just getting hit from every side? Like maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I should just sell. Maybe I should just get out. Maybe, whatever it happens to be, if girl, I'm telling you, if you feel like quitting, we get it. We get it. And it's easy to feel that way. And I got to tell you, I've been taking a few on the chin lately too. And I keep saying to myself, stay in the game, stay in there. There's another woman who needs your love. There's another woman who needs your strength. There's another person who needs to have light shed and shining on her. So I encourage all of you, if you've been there, or maybe you got it all together. If you've got it all together, congratulations to you. Please remember where you came from and know that your life can be somebody else's survival guide. Your story can be that thing that gives them hope to turn it around and to keep on keeping on. And that's why, shamelessly, I'm asking you, join us, the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Boot Camp, October the 26th at Life University. From 8 to 5, it's going to be our time as women to come together, roll up our sleeves, and dig in deep. And something that we're doing differently at this boot camp than you've probably ever seen at any convention is every speaker has taken her content and given you questions to answer before we get together, so that you're already aware of the transformations and the breakthroughs that can be possible. And then as she goes through her content, she will be walking you through how to implement her content into your business and into your life, so that you leave with your own roadmap, not having to figure out what did I learn and how do I apply it? Nope. It's a boot camp. You're going to leave with the exact action plan that you need. So anyone who's watching right now, if you don't have your ticket yet, get your ticket right now. And please join us at the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Boot Camp, October the 26th. Robin, why you were there last year? What was special about it for you last year that when I asked you to speak this year, you said yes?
Oh boy, there's no way for me to convey, I don't think, emotions through a Facebook Live or through Facebook or social media. But honestly, the emotions and the feelings and the connection that happened in that room last year was very, very powerful. And I thought, man, if I could in any way make somebody feel as safe and as comfortable and as connected as everybody in that room did last year, then life is pretty good. And in doing what I'm doing, compliance is not a sexy topic. It's it's boring, it's scary, it's like, oh my God, I want to bring in new patients. I don't care about, compliance. I don't care about I don't even probably understand what it is you're talking about. Why do I need that? And so if I can take that topic and like envelope you, the attendees, in this feeling of, I'm going to be okay. Okay. There's people out there that understand this stuff. And if I need help with it, all I have to do is ask for help. And I don't know, I've kind of gotten my own little tribe going of people that I've done compliance with. And they're always speaking up in groups, and they're like, if anybody has a compliance question, they speak up and they're like, hey, grab Robin, ask Robin. I went through that training, and that feeling is amazing. And I just want to give that to more people. I want more people to have that comfort in knowing that, even if, I'm going to back up a little bit. Before I got audited, I thought that my documentation was bulletproof. I thought it was fantastic. I was like, bring on an audit. I dare you. And Medicare came and they audited me and they kicked my butt.
You're like, all right, scratch that request.
Right? I was like, what just happened? And as I'm doing the documentation audits for the people that are part of my coaching program, their documentation looked just like mine did. Everybody thinks that that's great, and I'm telling you that 100% of everybody would not pass a Medicare audit. And if I can take my knowledge and say, this is what you need to do, implement these couple little things, and you're going to be golden, then, oh my gosh, you take that information, you stop practicing in fear, and your practice explodes.
Amen. Because listen, it's energy, right? It's an energy thing. I was just on a coaching call this morning, and I was talking about energy, right? So when we show up at the office, and not just in the office, but out in our community, right? Let's say that you're somebody who's doing all the things we're supposed to do. You're going to networking events, you're doing talks, you're doing all of these things, and yet you don't have a whole lot to show for it. Recognize it's not only what to do, it's how to do it, the rationale behind it, and who you are, right? Like I shared at Chiro Fest, I am my greatest asset in my business. Me. Mm-hmm. Because no matter what, it's me that shows up. It's me in front of the camera. It's me who writes my emails and my blog posts. It's me that speaks on stages. It's me. And all of you, it's you. You are your most important asset. So I encourage you to look at what kind of investing are you doing in your greatest asset. And if you're investing a lot and not getting a return on your investment, we have got to figure that out. And I promise we will be able to uncover and pull back the veil of not what's missing, what needs to be tweaked. Like, you're not broken and you don't need fixing. None of us are broken and none of us need fixing. We need tweaks. We need adjustments, right? Like, we're chiropractors. We need adjustments along this life in order to keep our aim straight, right? Like, it's really easy to get off just a little bit, and before long you look back and you're so off course. I know Dr. 𝓖𝓢𝓻𝓸 is watching this, and we're both Alaskans and we both fish. Well, let's say it's foggy out and you're trying to get back into Resurrection Bay and you're off course just a little bit. You could be way out in the Gulf of Alaska and not even realize it in just a couple of minutes because you're off course a little bit. And life can get the same way. So I get that it can be frustrating to start over and to start over and to start over. But what if What if by attending and participating with us October the 26th at the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Boot Camp, what if that's the last day you start over? What if that becomes day 1, and then day 2, and then day 3, and then day 4? Your transformation is so close. I promise you, it won't come from doing what you've always done. It doesn't happen like that. Transformation comes when we draw a line in the sand. And I'll share more with you about my story of drawing the line in the sand and how everything in my life changed after that. And not only am I going to share my story, but I'm going to give you the action plan so that you can do the same, so that you can blow up your practice as much as you decide. Capacity isn't this. Capacity is this. It's open arms. So girl, I'm telling you, regardless of where you are today, your attendance and your participation at the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Boot Camp, October the 26th at Life University will be a game changer. Because here's the deal as well. You know, many of us do practice and we get to these plateaus and then we come back down, and we get up here and then we come back down. And it feels like, man, I can't break past that. Well, in order to break past that, your mindset has to grow to this, and then your systems and structure have to be this. If your mindset and your systems and structure are here, what happens in your practice is you go up, you hit a plateau, you maybe go above a little bit, but then you go back down. And it's like, man, no matter what, I can't break that 150 a week threshold. No matter what, I can't break past that $70,000 a month. I'm telling you, you can. It just won't be doing the same things you're doing now. And it's not just about doing more. It's about doing things differently. It's about doing things leveraged in a different way. So welcome back.
Thanks. I don't know what happened there.
No problem. I'm glad you came back. Stacey said this is her first time in person with my boot camp ladies. I can't wait. I know Stacey, it's going to blow your mind. It is so incredible to be with each other and to recognize just the power of community. Because here's the deal. No one ever has reached the highest levels in their life alone. It just doesn't happen. Those bookshelves right there are full of stories of successful entrepreneurs. Not one of them is a story of a solidarity, of being by themselves. It happens when we come together. And your life, Brooke says, me too. So excited. I know. Thank you so much. Your life, read this again, everyone. One day you'll tell your story of how you've overcome what you're going through now, and it will become part of someone else's survival guide. So are you willing to make a lasting impact? That's the question I want you to ask yourself today. Are you willing to make a lasting impact? If you are, join us. So Robin, what can individuals expect from your part of the boot camp, October the 26th?
We're going to start off with a couple of questions, which is going to be some homework that you're supposed to do before you even get there, because I want you to be thinking about these things before you even get there. And that is really think about what are areas in your life that you feel like you're the most restricted? And then what are the areas in your life that you feel like you're the most free, that you have the most freedom? And when you think about that, then we're going to talk about those, and I'm probably going to blow your mind and ruin that for you.
What do you mean?
What do I mean by that?
Yeah.
Well, if somebody feels like the most one of the areas in their life that they maybe are the most free, like this is the best part of my life, I have the most freedom in this part of my life, I'm going to show you why you're not so free.
Ooh, bonded.
Okay. If there's an area that you feel like, oh my gosh, I have so much restriction in that area, I'm going to show you why that restriction can be good. Like, let's learn how to play within the restriction.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to get into some specifics of what compliance is, what compliance means, what are some rules that we need to be aware of. That's not really, I mean, I could talk for hours about that and you're not going to give me hours to talk. So I'm trying to condense. I'm going to talk about what compliance is, what compliance is not, why it's important that you understand what it is and what it makes, why it makes your business better. Okay, why you need systems, why you need ways to train your staff, all based on laws, not based on whim.
Nice.
So you're gonna understand why it's an important topic. And like I said, I'm gonna throw a couple of policies at you so that you can understand what is a policy. Like, what's the point? What does this whole thing consist of? And so I'm going to offer you a couple of those, and so that you can see what it is, where it is we're coming from. When I say policies and procedures, what is compliance? What does that mean? So that's just kind of a preview.
Nice. I'm so excited. I did a Facebook Live. If you guys haven't caught my Facebook Lives with some of the other speakers, Leslie was talking about how she's going through and is going to walk everyone through figuring out what are your 3 primary words. What are the 3 words that really are guiding and even guardrailing your life, and how do we use those as beacons as we keep moving forward, as we make decisions, as we're in relationship, as we're in our community, as we're at our home, as we're in our practices. So it really is going to be just a very comprehensive, very intensive, and please know that this boot camp is about you being involved. It's not going to be we're up on the stage, you're just sitting back doodling. No, your attendance and your participation is going to be critical, because I so desperately want every single person to leave with your own customized roadmap of implementation and the steps necessary in your life for transformation. So you can go anywhere and just sit in the audience. Come here and be a participant. It will totally be a game changer. And I'm so excited to see. So Ashley's coming. Helen Cox.
Hi, Ashley.
You need to be there, lady. Come join us. Brooke is coming, and Tiffany and Stacy and Johnny will be there. And Joanne Siebert, my friend, we want to see you there. And I also saw that Veronica had joined us. Veronica, you go to lots of conventions. We want to see you there. And Thea Taylor, come join us, sister. We want to wrap you up and give you all kinds of love and boot camp you up. And then I also saw Dr. Felicity, who, if I'm not mistaken, is just about ready to give birth to baby number 2 any day now, or perhaps that baby has already come and I missed it on Facebook. Well, not the birth on Facebook, but perhaps. So as we close up, Robin, what words do you have to say to? So here's something that I have found interesting. I've talked to lots of women, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm coming. I just haven't bought my ticket yet." What do you say to that woman?
What are you waiting on? No. Yeah. Well, number 1, what are you waiting on? Number 2, if you have questions, if you have concerns, then ask. Like, what? If there's any kind of a roadblock, then get rid of that roadblock. If you have a question about it, then ask. How's this going to benefit me? There's plenty of people that are going to tell you how it's going to benefit you. With that, I want to throw out a challenge to all the boot campers that are saying, I'm coming. I want to challenge each one of you to grab a non-boot camper and bring them with you.
Yeah.
We all know how great the boot camp is. We all know how much we love each other. I challenge you to grab a non-boot camper and get them there.
Yeah. We should have like a big reward for the person who brings the most non-boot campers.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Good call.
All right, challenge accepted.
But I'm going to throw another challenge out there. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually giving away a VIP ticket with Mike Michalowicz for the mastermind after the summit. We're doing a VIP mastermind with Mike Michalowicz, and I have a VIP ticket for that I'm giving away.
Wow. Do you have to be a boot camp ticket holder, like a summit ticket holder, in order to enter?
Not necessarily.
Okay. And
You know,
how
if
do they enter to win that ticket?
Well, so for instance, you know, if you have maybe two docs, or maybe you want a spouse to come along with you, or you know, if you already got your tickets and you want your spouse to come to that part of it, you know, try to get that VIP ticket, invite your spouse along to that, or a child or somebody else that you think that would benefit from that mastermind. That guy is going to be incredible. The amount of information that he's going to throw out at that mastermind afterwards is, number one, worth the ticket. But number two, it can change not only your life, it can change a spouse's life. It can change a child's life. You know, get them started on a different path than maybe you got started on. But here is how you can win that ticket. You have to go to my consulting business page, Facebook page, which is RHDC Consulting LLC. And you're going to see pinned on the top of that page is a contest announcement. So get on that post. Look for the contest announcement. You basically have to get on there and share my page with 5 people. And then you're either going to give me a testimonial. If you've done the work with me, then give me a testimonial. Tell people what was fantastic about it, why it's worth it, why it's worth your time and your effort. And if you haven't worked with me, then I want you to make a comment telling me why you haven't either worked with me or done this work with somebody. So anybody that gets on that page and gets on that post and shares the page and then makes a comment on that post will go into a drawing. And on, let's see, September 30th at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, everybody that's followed those rules will go into a drawing, and the winner is going to get a VIP ticket to Mike Michalowicz.
Wow. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Robin. And one of the things I wanted to share with you all that Mike is doing at the keynote and at the mastermind that he's going to be talking about is your QBR, which is called your Queen Bee role. And if you follow Mike Michalowicz, you know how powerful that is. So the QBR is the key activity within your business that your company's success hinges on. Sadly, many companies don't know their QBR, what their QBR is, and are in the constant trap of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. If you decide, so it's so like my team and I did a training with Mike at the beginning of this year to determine our QBR. And so what it did is it just brought so much focus into my business. So we stopped doing busyness. Your QBR is the most vital thing that must happen in your business. And it is challenging to figure out. I'm going to tell you, we're going to have the guy with us who created that concept, who created the concept of QBR. He's doing a keynote at the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Bootcamp, October the 26th, between 8 and 5. And he's speaking from 4 to 5. And then at the VIP Mastermind, think about this. Have you ever wished that you could have an expert take a deep dive look into your business and give you feedback? Let me see your comment below if you're like, oh my gosh, I wish somebody could like look at my business and give me feedback. Anyone? Bueller? Robin? Robin? Come on. Comment section. Well, I do get to do that because I have a whole team of I have a marketing strategist coach, I have a personal coach, I have a business coach. And so mine gets to have that kind of magnifying glass all of the time. And listen, because I subscribe to that, then my business grows by leaps and bounds all of the time. But you know how that happens? I invested in my greatest asset, me. So some of you know this, that I've invested over $250,000 easily in coaching since I started in practice. Some of you may think that that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but in comparison to the value that I've provided and the money that I generate because of that, it's nothing. And here at the VIP Mastermind, you're getting one of the top entrepreneurs of our time to potentially take a deep dive look at your business.
Wow.
It's crazy not to be, and Jonathan said yes, and Brooke said yes, absolutely, to be given the opportunity. So when you buy your ticket to the VIP Mastermind, then you're going to get a form to fill out about your business. Mike is going to take the answers to those questions and choose a few of you to put in the hot seat at the VIP Mastermind, which is for men and women. And then he's going to go through and solve that challenge for you. Hey, note to all of you, honestly, if it were me, like I can't participate in this contest, I would ask him to help you figure out your QBR. I paid 20 times the amount for me to figure that out than what you're going to have the opportunity to figure out at the Mastermind. So get your ticket to the VIP Mastermind with Mike Michalowicz and I, October the 26th at Life University from 6 to 8 p.m. It is open to men and women. And when you submit that questionnaire, ask Mike to help you figure out your QBR. I promise you're going to come back and thank me 100 times over, because it will give you and your team so much clarity. And just think about a laser versus a bunch of lights. A laser can cut through and penetrate. That's what it'll be like for your business. I promise you, your business will grow by leaps and bounds. And here's the deal. The VIP Mastermind, I'm so confident that you're going to love it. I have a guarantee. I have a money back guarantee on your ticket to the VIP Mastermind with Mike, that if you don't like it, if you're not satisfied with that 2 hours with Mike Michalowicz and I, walk up to me afterwards and I will write you a check. 100%. That's how confident I am. When's the last time you went to a convention or a seminar and they gave that promise to you? Never. This girl right here. I'm backing up. I'm backing it up. So look for the link below. I'll put it below. Grab your ticket and join us. So Robin, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. As we sign off, what last words do you have for everyone?
Those of you that have your tickets, I can't wait to see you there. I can't wait to see a lot of you, meet some of you in person for the first time, see some of you again for multiple times. I love it when the boot camp gets together. I love being together and inviting new people in. It's going to be a fantastic event. I just don't know why you don't have your tickets yet.
Yeah,
get your tickets. Either buy your ticket for the mastermind or get on and I'll put my link to that business page so you can find that contest. Get on there, make a couple of comments, and try to win a ticket to that.
Absolutely. So cool. Hey, thank you all for joining us today. Have a wonderful day. If this has provided value to you, please share it to your page so more doctors can have the opportunity, doctors and students have the opportunity to learn about making the impact, right? By knowing that today can be day one. Today can be day one that you're back online and choosing your true north as your guide. So God bless you all. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.